The iPhone 14 could have the biggest changes in years. Here's what we know so far. Hey everyone, it's John Tech here and welcome back to the channel. There are rumors everywhere and this time Apple's new iPhones might bring the biggest changes in years. The leak so far points to a sleeker new design, a faster A16 Bionic chip, a sharper new main camera, and the possible return of Touch ID. The iPhone 14 Pro models could see the most radical upgrades, as they are tipped to feature under-display Face ID and to ditch a notch for a punch-hole front camera. They could also get the USB-C connectivity, but the regular iPhone 14 lineup could get a big shakeup too, as the Mini is expected to be killed in favor of a new 6.7-inch iPhone 14 Max. We've heard no hint on a potential release date for the iPhone 14, but going by previous Apple iPhone launch events, we would expect to see the iPhone 14 make its debut in September 2022. As for price, it's also difficult to predict, but we suspect that the iPhone 14 will match the price of the iPhone 13, which starts at $799 for the regular iPhone 13 and $999 for the iPhone 13 Pro. However, there could be no iPhone 14 Mini at all, so we would expect a larger 6.7-inch iPhone 14 Max to cost $899. From here, the iPhone 14 Pro could cost $999 and the iPhone 14 Pro Max $1,099 or more. However, leaker named Leaks Apple Pro has claimed a price hike could be coming for the iPhone 14 Pro and the iPhone 14 Pro Max, with the phones costing $1,100 and $1,200 respectively. That's a $100 price increase compared to their iPhone 13 counterparts. This relatively significant leap in launch price would certainly sting the wallet of anyone hoping to score a high-end next-gen iPhone 14. Okay, so now let's talk about the design of iPhone 14. According to the John Prosser and his front page tech video, the iPhone 14 will look like an iPhone 12 crossed with the iPhone 4, in that it will stick with that flat edges. But those edges can include a mute button and a group of rounded buttons for volume central, harking back to the iPhone 4. Supposedly, the sides of the iPhone 14 could be made of titanium, which could make it tougher and stronger than the previous iPhones, whereas the back could retain the gloss finish. Another design change potentially in the cards for the iPhone 14 is the trio of rear cameras will no longer protrude from the iPhone's rear but sit flush with the back. Given advancement in camera sensor technology and lens manufacturing, this could be a possibility. This design was given more weight by the display analyst Rose Young, who noted that the fill-shaped cutout will be present on the iPhone 14 Pro. But Young also said that the second circular punch hole cutout will be alongside it to hold the selfie camera. We're expecting a shakeup in the iPhone 14 range, as we'll reportedly see a standard iPhone 14 and an iPhone 14 Pro come with a 6.1-inch display, and a possible iPhone 14 Plus and an iPhone 14 Pro Max to support a 6.7-inch display, so no more 5.4-inch Mini. Given the iPhone 13 Pro and the 13 Pro Max have a 120 refresh rate display, it will be great to see all iPhone 14 models have such a screen, like using the LTPO panel or an evolution of that display tech. A new supply chain rumor has the iPhone 14 Max, potentially called the iPhone 14 Plus, tipped to get a 120 refresh rate display. LG will apparently be the screen maker in this case, though it's as yet unclear whether the standard iPhone 14 will get a faster refresh rate or stick to 60Hz refresh rate. Yet another slightly different rumor suggests that the iPhone 14 and a 14 Max could have 90Hz refresh rate. This will be an improvement over the iPhone 13 and a 13 Mini, but wouldn't tread on the toes of the Pro model's faster displays. An always-on display will also seem logical for the iPhone 14, given it was tipped for the iPhone 13 but never made it into the latest iPhone. Now if we are talking about the specs of the iPhone 14, so far we only have tidbits of info on the potential iPhone 14 specs. We are rather confident that the 2022's iPhone will make use of the A series chip designed by Apple, likely to be A16. The chip will almost certainly offer a notable boost in both processor and graphics performance over the A15 Bionic tipped for the iPhone 13. The iPhone 14 is tipped to feature a 4nm chip from TSMC, which will be even smaller and more efficient than the 5nm A15 Bionic slated for the iPhone 13. However, a recent report claims that the TSMC is having a problem producing the smaller chips, which means the iPhone 14 could stick with a 5nm chipset. If so, it will be the first time an iPhone gone 3 years with the same size system on chip. And that's all I have it for you guys. And before you're leaving, please hit that subscribe button and I'll see you soon.